You already know what it is, man. It's your boy E. Watts. And I got a very special guest on here, man, this week, man. You know, this guy right here, man, this brother, should I say, man. This before I get into this, man, let me go ahead and pay the Kid Butch GGL. You already know, go get a lifestyle right fast. Let me rock this right fast.
Draco on the dresser, money in the mattress.
Yes.
It's lit, we bring the sticks out, light them up like matches. All night I've been trapping, trying to make $1 million. My brother need a lawyer and I gotta feed the children. Posted right in front the building, I got blow and I got yayo. Them shooters rolling with me, they gon' shoot you if I say so. Whip it like it's mayo, spread it on the bread. They caught him on the back row, Nella shorty dead. I've been living like a demon, drinking lean and smoking dope. It's business as usual, do the deal or we cut throats.
That's that Baltimore shit.
They love me, was praying
that's how it is.
They met him getting money, so they want me back in jail. The judge revoked the bail cause of prior
convictions.
If guilty, I appeal. Fucking send me to my cell. I'll be waiting on my mail, digging dirt up out my nails. We get it out the mud, hard hit, hard.
We get it out the mud.
Mama let it, there'll be days like this.
We get it out the mud, man. That's why I had to get this brother on here. I had to get this brother on here, man. Shareef. Salam alaikum. What it is, Aki?
Walaikum salam, rahmatullah. Everything good, Sheikh. Everything good.
Alhamdulillah. That's what's up, Ak, man. You know, it's a pleasure to have you on my show. I had to get you on my show because you one of the good brothers that really like came home from prison and ran with your business ideas that you had from prison. You know, so I had to like get you on my show because you motivate me. You know, you motivate the people. You motivate all the young business owners that want to become an owner. They got prior convictions and stuff like that. You know, you motivate us, man. So what's going on with you, Aki?
Yeah. I mean, now that you brought it up, you know, it's interesting that a lot of us who was in the federal system wind up coming home and starting their own businesses and LLCs and things of that nature. And I think it's interesting. And you know, a lot of people can identify because I've been in, you know, the FCIs. I, you know, had to fish down the tears or lockup, you know, to get a book or, you know, whatever. So those are the things.
Had to fish.
Both had to, you know, sneak in the ceramic bowl from the ceramic shop, you know, and hide it doing shakedown so I couldn't, you know, so I could keep my bowl. And, you know, these are the things that we had to go through. And I just wind up taking that experience inside the feds and wind up bringing it home. And it was funny because, you know, inside the prison, it's like we have our own community. It's like a subculture, you know, and, you know, from sneaking vegetables out of the dining hall to grabbing a pooper scooper and walking up to the yard, like, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know, you had to do to get to the barbershop or to make a move. Like, these are the things. So, whether you got hit on the turnpike coming up with the vegetables, you know, whatever.
It's like,
I mean, because realistically, you wasn't a big boy. You couldn't really eat if you didn't have the vegetable connect. You know, they was really important. Sometimes you might send a nigga to get knocked off before you get sent 3 through. But the point I'm trying to make is that I just had to take a situation that was dealt to me. And I just really felt like that when I got the opportunity to hit the street, it wasn't by design. I'm just going to say that, like, because most of the stuff that, you know, I really planned out and strategically tried to do, it didn't work that I wanted it to do. So, but when you got the best ingredients here on the street, you know, so I was already kind of set up because I was already selling hot dogs and hamburgers. Then I'm like, dang, I got the best vegetable. I could do this right here and try to see how it worked. And it wound up catching on. You know, I did this out. My first rap was outside on the corner of Lawrence and Division, you know, Division and Wilson, you know. So, you know, people, it just caught on during a time when people was trying to eat healthy, so you know. And
let me ask you, so was you selling wraps inside the joint? Like, was you selling like from inside? Because, you know, that's how some brothers make money too, you know.
No, but the funny thing is, you know, I swear I hear so many different stories of when I come over the last, I've been home for almost 20 years now since 04, and I done heard so many stories, but no, it wasn't it wasn't like that. Okay. I'm sorry, what was the question again?
I was saying, did you start out, you know, cooking while you was inside, like in a joint, And then you just was like, when I go home, I'm gonna do this shit for real.
So I never sold them in the joint. I never sold them. Like, man, you know, I would hook up for like, you know, me. I was a cook. I was gonna be the cook. So for all the homies, you know what I'm saying, my cell buddy, me and my homie, we know that. But as far as me, I learned how to make a rap in there, but I wasn't selling them. You know, I ain't even like buying raps. If I made them to eat them. But I wouldn't buy from people on the compound that made raps because that shit was soggy and all that. And I'm particular. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. We got homeboy Fest, man. Fest used to make the raps. He used to fry them bitches. Man, that was some good motherfucking raps. I ain't even gonna lie. He carried it with the raps. Shout out to Fest, you know. And so you saying when you was in the joint, you wasn't really buying no raps out the yard because they was soggy and shit? Cause
no. Like I probably bought a few, maybe once or twice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had one dude I used to like buy from during this time he was in my unit because he used to make some mean joints. And then with the cheese, but I wasn't really I wasn't that type. I was like the cook. I wanted to cook my own joint.
Okay.
Always, you know, so niggas came to me like, yo, you got this, you got that, or they just come and bring me the stuff and this, whatever. So that was kind of like how that went. How I wind up selling on the street, if that's what, you know, like for me making that transition, I wind up, it was at that point, it was just like I ain't have a choice because I had already been locked up and I had just made a decision I was going to do something that wasn't haram. You know what I'm saying? To just do something that was halal. And it just happened to start at the masjid with me selling hot dogs and hamburgers. You know, I had $290 left from my last check from the city. You know, so that's what I used to get on. And what happened was Will Franklin wound up taking the I was there every day though. I'm talking about from 10 to 6 every day at the masjid, like clockwork. I mean, well, before I really started getting consistent, Abdul Kareem, he used to make sure I was out there the days I wasn't gonna come out. He called me like, "Where you at? It's money out," and I would come out. But after about 6 months, I was founded. I was 6, you know what I mean? So what happened was Will Franklin used to come every day. Not every day, but every other day. He come and get a halal hot dog every day. So when all the dudes used to come home from the feds, he would bring them around to the masjid and say, "Man, you got to come and support this brother Shareef." You know what I'm saying? So at the minute, he said that you want a store. So he helped me find that store that was my first store in Curry and Franklin. You know, so, you know, shout out to Will Franklin for, helping me out with that. And so he saw something in me and he believed in me. So he really wanted to be my partner at the time, but it didn't work out. And he still just, you know, assisted me any kind of way that he could. You know, Warren from down Westport, he wanted to, you know, that was my man. He was, because I had a lot of people that was really trying to get in with me. It's like I was Steve Francis or something. Like, you know,
yeah, they seen it. They wanted to go. Yeah, that's how it be. They seen it in you. They synced the dream. They synced the idea. Now you got multiple stores, man. Like, that's a beautiful thing.
MashaAllah. Yeah. But yeah, I like to think of some of the people who helped me out are like Chopper from the Avenue. You know, Chop had helped me out a lot when I was trying to find my way, you know, with advice. You know, he gave me some resources, gave me my first laptop to, you know, start this little t-shirt printing company and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, because I didn't know which direction I was going to go. And what happened was, after I figured out that I could make, you know, $500 and $600 a day on my own, you know, profit, I was like, why would I go back to the city? You know what I'm saying? Work for them, you know, but I ain't gonna lie. I was making 14 something an hour. I had crossed and to me, I thought that was a good job. And I liked what I was doing with the city. You know what I mean? So I was good.
What was you doing for the city? You was, what you was doing? Solid waste, waterways?
First, I started out in solid waste. I started out on the back of the trash truck. Then I got my CDLs. I was a driver for like 2 years, and then they sent me to DOT. And then I quit. I mean, I got locked up, and then that's when I resigned. And they called me back. I went back for like 3 months, and then they was bored. I said, I'm going back to sell hot dogs and hamburgers at the masjid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? because I was free.
Oh, so let me ask you. So you went back in, like your journey was you started selling food, then you wind up, going to jail for a second, and then you came back out.
No. What I mean by I was free, I found out that I didn't need a job anymore, and I was free, meaning that I was at the Master selling food every day, but I could go.
I got you.
I could pray when I want. Mm-hmm. I could go home. Mm-hmm. I was starting my foundation, but I had I had fought my boss. I was just like, I'm done with that shit. Excuse me, with the working for people. Mm-hmm. And I figured out that, people, I started reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he started talking about people using their money to work for them instead of you working for the money. And I started to understand what he was saying about trading your time for money. And, and I figured out if I stayed with the city making that kind of money back then, it would have took me almost 28 years to make $1 million.
Right.
At making $14 an hour. And to be honest, when I got my school in 2010, mm-hmm. my first year I grossed 800-something thousand. So the next year I did $1 million. So it only took me 1 year. I mean, it wasn't profit, obviously, but like mm-hmm. it would have took me, you know what I'm saying? So it was just, I had that paradigm, and I just was like, dang, I'll never do that again. And it was at that point, it was like, it's no amount of money that nobody could ever pay me for me to go to work for them. Right. Because I felt like when you take a job from somebody, you automatically have this mentality like you an employee. So you become you become below somebody. It's like you almost got to answer to somebody. And I felt uncomfortable in these jobs. Mm-hmm. And then now I started to understand why I felt so uncomfortable, because that wasn't really my role.
Right.
My role is, where I'm at, to be a boss and to be, but we was taught, so get a good job. If I get a job with such and such, I'm good. I'm making $100,000 a year.
Right.
But it kills your dreams. You know what I'm saying? So that's what wound up happening.
Yeah, you're right though. A lot of times we not taught, entrepreneurship. We taught I think starting from elementary school, they design you to be a worker. Or we going to college, all that stuff. I think all that stuff is designing you to work for somebody else, to be a part of somebody else's dream, and you chase your own dream. And it's a good thing that you read, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and a lot of different books, because they help you change your mindset. The mindset that we come from impoverished thinking. So it helped us, change mindset. Because I definitely read that, Poor Dad, when he talk about his poor dad, trading all his time for money, and he talk about his rich dad, letting his money work for him. You know what I'm saying? So mindset, you was already, when you start installing that stuff in you, it ain't make sense. Some stuff ain't make sense. That's why you looking like 28 years for me to make $1 million. Like you caught on quick.
Yeah, and it drains us. We give them all our good years, and then we don't, and it's nothing, to be honest, I ain't gonna lie. It's nothing wrong with having a job, mm-hmm. but like you said, you gotta have something on the side for yourself. Whether if you invested in the stock market, whether you got a little something in the store, or you got a rental property or something, you want to have something that you can invest some money. You know what I'm saying? Because other than that, all your work money just go to bills.